and I had to stop for technical difficulties, but we stopped on a question on what else do athletes do to make money?
Magazines, commercials.
Magazines, commercials. So we're trying to figure out the word endorsement. So magazines and commercials. So right now, the sentence that we saw was, at that time, Olympic stars made little money from endorsements the way they do now. So woman found a job teaching at her own former elementary school. So for endorsement, the synonym that you selected was job. Is there any other word that you can kind of think about when you think about endorsements? That means the same?
No.
All right, what about antonym? Antonym.
Opposite of endorsement are
Mm.
jobs. Let's. Oh, the opposite of not having a job.
All right, not having a job or not having, okay, if you don't have a job, you don't have what?
Money.
Money or income. Okay, so go ahead and put that.
No income.
Okay, no income. She put no income. So when we think of endorsements, I guess what's one of your favorite players?
Does it matter what sport?
Nope, doesn't matter.
My favorite player would mostly be Skylar Diggins.
Okay, and she plays basketball. All right. So let's say she makes a living, based on her salary and based on her playing. But on top of that, she also makes money probably with shoe endorsements, magazine endorsements, fundraising, okay, advertising. Well, fundraising, that's there because she's giving money back to them. But for her, receiving money, it'll be from like shoes, like let's say LeBron James. I know you have a lot of LeBron James shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he makes his money with those other endorsements, shoes. When he's in commercials, like the car commercials, what else? His pizza company, right? Blaze, et cetera, et cetera. So it's additional income that you're receiving on top of that. Or when someone endorses you for the things that you do, that means that they are what?
Helping you.
Helping you by liking it, yes. Endorsed. Like for example, you can also be endorsed by a politician can endorse you, or business person, etc., etc. So give me an example of the word endorsement. Typically, it could be like a sentence.
Somebody, like Skylar Diggins doing a photo shoot.
Okay, you have to use the word in a sentence.
Okay.
All right, so she's writing, Skylar Diggins is endorsed by, one of Skylar Diggins' endorsements are restaurants, or is a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
One of Skylar Diggins' endorsements is a restaurant. Okay, cool. Very good. What about a non-example, meaning it doesn't necessarily, doesn't mean endorsement. It's almost like the opposite.
Or giving people, helping people, or she probably got money for that.
Go ahead and elaborate on your sentence. We know that endorsement is not what?
Endorsement is not getting money. I mean, endorsement is getting money, having a job, and getting your money. So.
So what is it not?
Not making your own shoes and stuff like that. Just a regular player.
Okay. So she says the endorsement is not when you are what? Not receiving money, right? So she says endorsement is the opposite of endorsement is not receiving that commercial means or not receiving that extra support. So a non-example is no support. No support. Basically, they don't approve of what you're doing. They're not going to put money into it. So that means that that person does not endorse it. All right. So use the word map for the other words. So for the sake of time, we're going to continue with our pre-reading strategies, which basically is using context clues to figure out what the actual text is going to be about. Now, she says that she's never heard of Wilma Rudolph before. This is her first time knowing about Wilma Rudolph, but we do see that the title is Wilma Rudolph Olympic Star. So we're going to do the KWL chart in the back. And basically the KWL chart is what do you know, what do you want to know, and what have you learned. So she says she's know nothing about Wilma Rudolph, right? But for the KWL chart, because based on the title, you can infer Wilma Rudolph is what? All right, so you know that part. So go ahead and write that down under the K. What do you know? She's an Olympic star. And what would you like to know?
I would like to know what type of sport she did.
Okay, she want to know what type of sport in Olympics that she participated in.
So put it in.
Yep, want to know, right there. Okay, and what do you hope to learn?
If she's like a really good role model and stuff like that.
Okay, is she a good role model? That's what she wants to learn. Now keep in mind that more questions and bullets could be added into this, but for the sake of time, we're going to leave it with just one each. And then I'm going to continue with the fluency test. She's actually improved in her fluency over the course of the lessons. And you pretty much know the drill by now. She's going to read while I time her for 1 minute and make the necessary annotations while she's reading. And then we'll continue from there. Hold on for a second. Let me get the timer and put it at 60 seconds. And you can start.
Wilma Rudolph was born in Tennessee in 1940. She was the 20th of 22 children in a poor but loving African-American family. Because she was born 2 months early, the doctor doubted she would live. She survived but was ill with a variety of sickness throughout her childhood. After recovering from the scarlet fever and pneumonia at the age 4, she contracted polio, a virus that at the time killed thousands of people every year. The polio was Wilma to lose the use of her left leg, and doctors doubted she would ever be able to walk again without the help of mental leg braces. Wilma proved them wrong. She grew strong enough to discard the leg braces and kept on moving. She grew to 5 feet 11 inches tall, decided to pursue basketball and become the team star. In one game, she set a record of 49 points. Her coach gave her the nickname Skeeter because she buzzed around like a mosquito, constantly asking questions and begging to put in the game.
All right, thank you. All right, so we know a lot about her in these first 2 paragraphs. Wilma Rudolph was one of how many children?
22.
Yeah, 22 children, and they did not have money, right? They lived in a poor home, and then she was diagnosed with a disease that killed many people, like a virus that killed thousands of people, and that virus is called what?
Polio.
Polio. Yes, polio. Um, so the polio caused her to lose her left leg, right?
Yes.
And then they said, you know what? You're not going to be able to play anymore. But instead, she did what?
She fought.
Yeah, she fought. She proved them wrong. She had her leg braces, and then she was into a lot of sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's your type of friend, right? Your type of person. She was into what kind of sport? Basketball, right? And then they call her Skeeter. That was her nickname. Why did they call her Skeeter?
Because she buzzed around like a mosquito
Yeah.
while you played the game.
Yeah. Do you have a nickname?
No.
No. What about a sports nickname?
Oh, yeah. Only one. My soccer friends call me JoJo.
JoJo. Okay. When she was in the 8th grade, Wilma was asked to join a high school track team where she developed her running skills. She did not immediately impress people. However, at one track meet, she lost every race. The next year, Ed Temple, the track coach at Tennessee State University, saw her run and thought she had talent. He invited her to his summer camp for track athletes, and the next fall, she attended daily practices at the college while still in high school. After all this hard work, Wilma made it to the 1956 Olympic team at age 16. She did not place in the 200-meter dash event, but she earned a bronze medal as part of the 400-meter relay team. So that answered one of your questions, which was, what did she participate in for Olympics? What was it?
It was track.
Yes, track. You can even go any further by adding evidence and say that she also placed, she won a bronze medal in the 400-meter relay. It says the following year, Wilma had a baby, and many people thought she would never participate in track again. Yet she went on and attended Tennessee State University and joined the track team there. With intense training, she secured a place on the 1960 Olympic team. Along with 3 of her college teammates, she headed to Rome, Italy for the competition. At the 1960 Olympics, Wilma easily won the 100-meter and 200-meter dashes. Her team was trailing in the 400-meter relay when Wilma's turn came, but she pulled ahead of the leaders and ended up in first place. She became the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in track and field at the Olympics. This performance earned her a new nickname, the fastest